And welcome back to Long-Winded. Here we go. Here we go again. I cannot thank you enough for coming back. You know I love you. And I'd love you even more if you give me 5 stars. Please don't stop now, but we did reach 1,000. Look at us go. But I know how many of you listen each week. And it's growing and growing and growing. And I know there's room. There's room for more of you listening to this to give me 5 stars and subscribe. And if you don't, I will get access to your information, hack your Spotify, and do it myself. I have a red lip on for no reason. Okay. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? Robbie's here stomping around, so you feel like somebody's watching. You know. Not just Uncle Sam. Okay, well, besides that, as you know, we're looking forward to fall. It's here. It's not even right around the corner anymore. The weather's just waiting to catch up. I'm in my fall attire, my fall garb. Vintage acne. No clue really what that is, but I found out when I got this dress from Grailed. Hello. It's giving Tomb Raider, and with the singular mono braid. Also, okay, I didn't even plan it. It's just been a little humid around here, so my scalp is oily. So I had to tie her back. Fall's here. I'm feeling extra like myself, like perturbed. Perturbed where I'm supposed to be, where I'm supposed to lie, always. The windows are rolled down, blasting Olivia Rodrigo. Driver's license, jealousy, and passing the house for a good 20 minutes, singing at the top of my lungs, making me feel alive amongst the death of the leaves around us. This is when I really feel like myself. I won't say I'm happy, because I don't want you guys to think that I am enjoying anything too much. But I feel settled and like where I'm supposed to be in my true existence. Okay? It's happening. It's happening. The chlorophyll is decreasing along with my will to live. And this is where I prefer to be. And I'm going to be honest. You know, this podcast and this episode especially is for the truth seekers. It's for the ones who want to know actually what's going on. They don't want to be lied to anymore. And let me tell you, the truth hurts. Nardo is so dumb. He can't get out of this room. Ugh. 1 second. Please go. Okay, back to what I was saying, telling the truth. That's what we're here for in this podcast, in this episode especially. And I feel like we should all feel so lucky, you know? Because once too many people start listening and I have a hit on my head for spilling the beans that Let Me Sleep actually woke me up in the middle of the night with severe nausea and dry heaving. Don't let me sleep. Let me not sleep, actually. Once too many people start listening, the Kardashians are they're going to control me just like they do the media. And then you won't hear another peep from me. Once the Kremlin himself starts paying me $100,000 a week for saying good things about Russia, the communist country, there will be signs. And then I won't be able to speak as freely. I won't be able to tell the truth. But there will be signs. I'll have huge titties up to my chin. Or maybe more of the gummy bear kind. It'll make you wonder if they're natural, but they know you weren't because you've seen me before and it's too late to lie. I'll lose all my facial features. I'll look just like a filter. Just a slight version of myself. And I'll say things like, Russia's not all that bad. I'll interview Putin. Pooh Bear himself in this chair. And I'll say things like, I know you have never come near the organism botulism X. No, I know your face is frozen like that from all the good that you do. You're just so filled up. And this is what I've been saying. And then I'll move into a mansion with a pool in the back and you'll be wondering where I'm getting all my money. Okay, but until then, I get to tell the truth. I'm going to be like Putin when I interview him. I'm going to be like, Pooh. I'm going to be like, who's on your Rushmore of great leaders? He's going to be like Biggie Hitty, Stalin, Dr. Evil. That's who he looks up to most in the world. You'll be hearing things like that, but until then, this is a room, this is an area of free speech, and I'm not going to hide anything from you guys, okay? It's like people are still like, oh my God, Gabby's voice is so annoying. Is it? Oh, really? I've never heard that before. I've legit never heard that before until I was on TV. I had no idea there was something up with my voice. And then the haters came running. They came trolling. And it's like, now I know that if the only criticism you have about someone on TV is their voice, that's because they're not lacking in anything. The only other thing I've heard about my voice until now has been, oh my God, I love it. Oh my God, I love the way you talk. And now people are like, oh my God, the vocal fry. I can't stand it. Once the I think it's a part of it. I actually think my voice is really going to get me places in life. So once it catches on, you'll all be sorry. And I'll be interviewing dictators. But anyways, I did. When my voice was when I was being raked over the coals online from The Bachelor, I was like living with my parents in the basement, a basement dweller. I was like, Dad, now I'm starting to question my whole existence, which is when you're really being gaslit. I was like, Dad, have I always spoken like this? Have I always sounded like this? Or was there a traumatic event? Did I catch a stray? Was I bonked a little too hard? You don't have to say if I was shaken or not, but was it, Mom? Just let me know. Because it seems like there could have been an impetus. There could have been a pre-traumatic event where I didn't speak like this, and then a post vocal fry, a draw, a la Valley Girl Fran / Jennifer Coolidge. And he's like, I'm like, Dad, was there an event? Just let me know. Like, really trying to scientifically break it down. And he's like, Gabby, shut the fuck up. And I was like, okay, so is Mom. Okay, just let me know. Anyways, until then, okay? Until then, I'm going to let you know I've been disillusioned. And I've been wearing that word out. I get a couple good words every couple months that I will not shut the fuck up about vehemently. You know I like that one. Deduced. Love to use that in an argument. You will not deduce me. You will not. And if you don't know what that is, also people with a little vocal for I can be smart. Surprise. I know it's hard for some of you to get. But if you don't know what deduce is, which I know all of you do, because if you're here listening to this podcast, we're smart. Maybe we're public school educated, but we're actually very naturally talented and inclined for intelligence. Don't use deductive reasoning on me to deduce me to one singular part of myself. I love to use that one, and now I'm on disillusioned. The second I heard it for the first time, I was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's so me, and I've been here for a while. The second I popped out of the pussy with a vacuum, because I was 10 pounds and a 2-footer, they had to suck me out with a vacuum. All the nurses thought I had gestational diabetes. Low-key flex. I've been disillusioned. I came out asleep, would not cry. I'm sick of everyone's shit and I'm disillusioned. I've been like this for a while and it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep getting worse. So everyone's freaking out because Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. Duh, what did you expect? She endorsed Biden. She's on the train of endorsing. She likes to endorse. But everyone's freaking out like we didn't expect it. The Repubs are like obviously very nervous what this means. But it's like she's done it before. She's gonna do it again. This is something she likes to do. And it's like, oh my God. Nope. You guys, I'm nervous because Robbie's here. I don't want her to listen. So he had to shut the door on Nardo. He's being so desperate. Okay, so Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris. Duh, what are we thinking? She endorsed Biden. She's gonna do it again. She has a whole scene in one of her docus about her and her dad getting in a fight over politics. This is something she really wants to do publicly. Duh, why are we all freaking out about it, Megyn Kelly? Is this all an act? I mean, obviously it's a scary place to be. Okay, in their position, that's all I'll say. And now they're really grasping at straws. But it's like, we all knew this was going to happen. Let's not freak the fuck out. Let's just be for real for one fucking second. But it's like no one can actually just be for real. I'm disillusioned. And it's like, does Taylor Swift, does she do it for PR? That's what I'm wondering, because it's like she loves to keep her name in the media. She's a PR genius. You guys know Tree? Ever heard of Tree? Her publicist? Yeah, she's working overtime. She's always everywhere, and this is a little controversial. It's controversial marketing. Aligning yourself with a political party. No, you don't need to do it. You're already one of the richest women on the world. You are on top. You are the most famous. And this is going to keep your name in the media, which is what they need. So it's like, you guys, disillusioned, see through it. But it will get people to the polls, and it's probably going to get women to the polls, which everyone's scared of. They're really afraid of us. Oh, we have voting rights. We have access to a credit card. It's a scary place to be for the men. What are we going to do next with our voting rights? We might actually use it. That's what it's going to do. It's actually going to get people to the polls. But anyways, let's not all pretend like it wasn't going to happen, because that shit drives me crazy. Anyways, something else I've been dis-a-fucking-luged with. Ooh. You guys know. We went to Fashion Week. I'm always struggling mentally, physically, emotionally. You guys know the drill. It's just part of who I am. But routine does make me feel more settled and makes my day a little easier. And a big part of my routine is AG1, baby. That's right. You heard me. Before my coffee, before taking Nardole for his daily walk, so spoiled, I drink a big one of AG1. And I know I'm starting my day off right, no matter how it turns out later, which is truly impossible to predict. AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that delivers daily nutrients and gut health support and is backed by multiple research studies, so you can trust what you're putting into your body. I love AG1 because they believe in science and quality and take a methodical approach to make sure they're coming up with the best formula to benefit our health. Crazy. If only we had the dedication with everything we put into our mouth. Anyways, AG1 has been focused on innovation with a trusted, nutrient dense blend that's the perfect complement to my healthy diet. It's nice. I don't even have to think and trust that AG1 is the best nutritional supplement for me and my health. AG1 has been third party tested for safety for years and is trusted by experts and medical professionals, giving you one less thing to research. Heck yeah, because who has the time for that anyway? I'm always bloated and in a gaseous state pretty much. And at 30 days, 80% of people in a research study notice less gas and bloating by drinking AG1. Say less, people. AG1 is a sponsor of this podcast. If I had to recommend one product to support whole body health, it's AG1. And that's why I'm excited to welcome them as a new partner. It's easy and satisfying to start your journey with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1 year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/winded. That's drinkag1.com/winded. Check it out. This episode of Long Winded is brought to you by eHarmony. I've talked about the grim state of dating apps here and how hard it is to find someone based off their photo, men, and the audacity of their hairline. But there is a different option, a dating app based off personalities and compatibility. So in comes eHarmony. It's hard enough to navigate dating apps, and those prompts can get pretty boring, like, oh, what are you looking for in a partner? And they're like, adventure. And it's like, okay, we get it. But some of us don't want adventure, me. So where's the nuance and personality in these questions? eHarmony is built off a compatibility quiz so you can get to know someone and find people that match you best. We all want to be seen and heard in our relationships and find some kind of common ground to build the foundation of a great relationship. First messages can be more than just a hey with multiple Y's, and you can find someone who really gets you. When you match based off personality, you're already one step ahead in finding someone who gets you. We want to be able to be our full selves in a relationship, and eHarmony's compatibility quiz allows for that. I've told you guys before that Robbie basically gave me an ad lib compatibility quiz the first night we met, and the rest is history. We really just got important non negotiables out of the way, like, are you gay? Yes, to know that we are getting off on the right foot. And here we are. Get who gets you on eHarmony. Sign up today. I'm not leaving the house after 10 p.m. and I didn't. Okay? And I was nervous about it. I'm like, am I going to miss out on a huge opportunity? Am I going to meet someone that's going to change my career forever? No. No, I'm not. Because I can't leave the house after midnight scantily clad on a fall New York night where I'm freezing, but I'm already stacked my podcasting equipment. I have no room in my suitcase for another jacket, and all I have is a leather bomber. And it's not going to go with my two-piece, and it's not worth freezing for a step and repeat. to put on Instagram. NYFW, having the time of my life, no fucking way. Because it would take everything out of me to get there. And it's like I'll definitely go somewhere for a dinner. If I'm being fed with some kind of culinary option, yeah, you bet your ass there's some incentive. I'm not going for cocktails. To questioning my whole entire existence the next day when I have to be up at 8:30 a.m. to go to a fashion show. Oh yeah, that sounds chic. Yeah, we walked in a fashion show, but mind you, wearing Crocs. This was my New York Fashion Week experience. I will not be gaslit into posting these well-lit step and repeats on my Instagram. And or fashion itself. because my Fashion Week debut, which Robbie walked in Fashion Week a couple years ago, she was dressed head to toe in Oscar de la Renta, don't even know how to pronounce it, doesn't matter. Like red suspenders, a sick outfit. She looked incredible. Oh yeah, I'm not going to these parties to schmooze. What am I going to get an article written up about me? No, I need money. I need to be with the executives of Frito-Lay because they have a big budget and a big fan base. That's going to get me somewhere, baby. Not these cocktails sponsored by tequila I've never heard of. Anyways, okay, so we're walking in Fashion Week. Like I said, we're wearing Crocs. Okay. My dad thought it was the funniest thing. He was like, I saw you wearing Crocs. Did you get to keep them? It's like, please don't. I did what I could. I went for the platform paired to elongate whatever clog shape that I had riddled over my foot walking down the catwalk with pimple patches on my face. They had a sponsor of a pimple patch, and they had us walk on the catwalk in Crocs and pimple patches. No, this is one thing we actually need to stop normalizing. But maybe during the day at a coffee shop, whatever, I love it. Own your shit. Not at night. Not in glam. Not with a full face of makeup. We got to get the cover up kinds that go underneath. We can be encouraging our friends to wear stars on our faces. What are we going to a rave? What are we rolling on and orange juice? On a date? At an event? No, we're professionals. So we walk on the catwalk, me, Robbie, and a rescue dog. Also, yes, rescue dogs everywhere. They're fighting. They're making that awful gremlin noise, when you get two dogs that aren't civilized together. It's like a high-pitched grumble in the back of their throats. Oh, great. How are we going to get this guy down the catwalk seamlessly with some attitude? Robbie got a war wound. She sliced open her thumb, showed the whole audience, ran off to get a Band-Aid. So we're looking around, hear whispers that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are going to be there. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, now I'm a little more illusioned. Okay, now I'm here for the experience. I'm here and ready to say this is sick shit. Never come. I can feel it, I can feel it in my bones, in my soul. I'm looking around for anything that'll make me feel a little illuminated inside. And then we see Ella Emhoff. Whoa. Whoa, now you're talking. So I am getting my excitement back, mind you, on a more subtle level because I'm already dead inside having seen the Crocs. So I'm operating from a point of low heart rate, near asystole, probably need 1 syringe of epi-CPR stat, disillusioned. Anyways, we see Ella Emhoff. I'm like, babe, is that Ella Emhoff? Doug Emhoff, Kamala's husband's daughter, Kamala's stepdaughter. She's in the fashion scene. I saw she just had to quit her knitting club because of safety reasons. So I'm like, holy shit, is there Secret Service here? Are we in the presence of Secret Service? Because that is kind of cool and that could turn things around. Like, they have to be. She can't go to her knitting club. How's she supposed to go to this fashion show? She needs someone here to protect her from these rescue dogs. And me. Anyways, so I'm like, are they blending in? No, they're in suit jackets and really nice watches. And some of them look a little beefier than the others, but maybe that was just the first tier. Maybe that was just like the ploy, the decoys. And then the second tier, the secret of the service are like the androgynous men, the hipsters, or women, blending in, seemingly harmless and stylish, but have a black belt in Taekwondo, can whoop your ass in a way that you cannot see coming. Who knows how many different tiers there are. But like, I love exclusivity, and Secret Service screams exclusivity. What I would do with Secret Service? Oh no, use and abuse. They'd be taking all my thirsties in the back of our black car, going to and from political debates, some kind of gala dinners, some serious shit, me in the back seat, ass out, pouty face. No secret, squirrel. That is the wrong angle. Get down lower. Make my head smaller, please. It's already way too big, so I need a lower angle. It's called perspective, I think. Turn them fully into my Instagram boyfriend. Because you can do both. You should be able to multitask. If you're going to keep me safe on this high of a level when I'm in severe danger all of the time, you should be able to take my picture and do that. You're telling me you can't? I'd be screaming about my period constantly. Do you know what it's like to be a woman? Do you understand you are a part of the problem of the patriarchy, being a powerful man? How does that make you feel? I bet you've never been unsafe just walking down the street. Each and every woman, as far as I'm concerned, in this country should have Secret Service. Also, is that where our tax dollars are going? Because there was probably 10 to 15 of them at this little fashion show. They were most of the audience. Little heads and beards and a crew cut number 2. That was the whole audience of the fashion show. Are those coming from our tax dollars? And I'd be like, hello, I need to get my asshole lasered. And that is a safety concern. So I need you to make my appointment because they cannot know I'm coming in. You have to use an alias. My safety's at risk. Somebody could pluck an asshole hair and sell it for, I don't know, God knows how much, and take my DNA and do whatever they want with it. No, you have to go with me and you have to make my appointment. Getting my butthole bleached is a matter of safety. And now you are directly involved as the Secret Service. So, needless to say, it was a highlight. It was a highlight. and everyone was exhausted after the fashion show. So we're all getting our stuff, getting our bags. We have one cocktail. We're like, should we mingle? Should we not? All me and Robbie are doing are just watching the Secret Service, watching their every move. Are they keeping it? Are you even equipped to do this? Re-slanted roof could not even protect a presidential candidate from getting shot in the ear. Are they even protecting at this point? Who knows? Despite that, we were exhausted from walking in the fashion show with our Crocs. So we have a cocktail, decide to leave. We get our bags. Everyone's going. We did our best. We need to rest and recharge. You know Robbie, she has a lot to say. She's unpredictable. She could do whatever you don't expect her to do at any given moment, including at the speed of a blink of an eye, getting in conversation with Jackie Antonoff. What? Excuse me? I was being introduced to her comedian friend. I look over, and she's monkeying around with Jackie Antonoff. Huh? And then all of a sudden, we're in a family photo. It's like him, what seems to be his brother, and definitely his dad. They looked exactly alike, just one was fully gray, one was almost gray, same glasses, everything. We're taking a selfie with them. What's going on here? And then we get our Uber and go. Whoa. I jump at the chance to have a dog. A hot dog, that is. Dodger dog, if you may. The only real reason to go to a Dodgers game. Or a burger. It's grilling season, but that doesn't mean you have to cut out all the carb-heavy foods you love. Hero Bread reinvented the bread and buns that make any food great. They have fluffy, delicious flavor and texture with no net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and fewer calories, plus protein and fiber. Say less. I actually love their tortillas. They have a great texture and easy to fry on the oven for a good wrap or a burrito, my personal fave. I also have a famous turkey burger recipe that goes great with a Hawaiian bun. And Hero's Hawaiian buns are phenomenally fluffy and sweet. My mouth is literally watering as I speak. Robbie and I love to cook at home, and we're always looking for healthier options to stay fit for each other. And Hero Bread allows for all the gain without the pain, since there's more fiber, less sugar, and more protein in all of their products. There is something for every craving, including sliced bread loaves, buns, and tortillas, and even mouth-watering limited edition bakes like the popular 2-gram net carb Hero croissant. Keep the carbs out without compromising flavor with Hero Bread. Get 10% off your order at hero.co and use code Gabby at checkout. That's Gabby at hero.co. Fall's here. I love it, and I won't stop talking about it. The weather is changing, and so is my personality. With the cold weather quickly approaching, I'm already dreaming about the misery and reprieve with a vacation. Cabo? Hello. I'm ready to see a sea turtle already. Robbie and I love Mexico, and we're always dying to go. But you know who's not going on vacation? My dreaded and ever-present body odor. That's because no matter where I go, I always bring Lume. Lume is a whole body deodorant, and it keeps me smelling fresh all day from my boobies to my butt. I love the cream whole body deodorant and the body wash. I smell so good after the body wash. I have to remind myself I didn't put on perfume. I'm like, oh my God, what is that fresh like a daisy smell? And I'm like, oh my God, it's me. It's safe to put anywhere on your body, from your armpits to underboobs to butt cracks and vulva. Yeah, I said it. And your feet. The dreaded athlete's foot is nowhere to be found around here. Lume is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. So it's more like a odorant plus sweat control for 72 hours. So I can fly all the way to the tip of Mexico and still smell fresh for landing. Lume Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lume products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack. Use code GabbyWindy for 15% off your first purchase at LumeDeodorant.com. That's Gabby Windy at LumeDeodorant.com. Whoa. Whoa, again, if you're not the president of Diet Coke, I'd just like to read about you online and all the Gaylor conspiracies. Please, arm's length. So there was that. We were all over New York, staying in multiple different places because we were in Brooklyn for a little bit. Then we went into the city. So we wanted to see a play and have a couple days. Then we were back in Brooklyn. It's like there's nowhere to go to the bathroom if there's an emergency. I fully had diarrhea in a Hyatt, and everybody knows because you need to ask them for the key to get in because all their bathrooms are locked up. And no, I didn't come out in a quick 3 minutes for a little tinkle. I was sweating from every pore of my body, riddled with shame, highly embarrassed about what the front desk is going to think, and needed to warn somebody not to go in for like 15 to 35 minutes. This is New York. I'd gone to a dinner. I told you I like to go to dinners as long as there's something to fill me up there, a distraction, a free meal, you bet your ass. Cocktails after 10 p.m. are not going to cut it. Somebody was asking me how my trip was, did not have anything good to say, but I'm like, now is not the time, Gabby. You better put on a happy face. You cannot let out who you really are. And I feel like this is a struggle with the Capricorn always, is you can't really lead with your cynical self. You have to be a little bubbly, try and put on a smile because it takes a while to get to know you. Not everybody is ready to know the truth, as I said earlier. Anyways, how's your trip in New York? It's okay, I say. We've been bouncing around, so it's been kind of exhausting. She goes, ugh, I hate couch surfing. I never said I was on couches. I'm in a bed. And I do regret that remark. Okay, so Robbie had to go to DC. I stayed, for this dinner. Hoping the president of Diet Coke's there. So I stayed with my friend Kate. Big shout out to Kate. She's there for a month. She's like, stay with me. We cuddled. It was like a New York, a typical New York City apartment. And I'm like, how's it going? What's the dating scene like? You think like, okay, the sheer volume of New York, the pool has to be better just because of the ratios. And it's like LA, you never know if people have a job, me included. Where do I make my money? Full transparency. You want full transparency? Brand deals. I was on TV. Haven't seen a dime from this podcast, but I know it's coming soon. If you're listening, please let me know. I've been doing ads for a good amount of time now. Would love to see a dime. Anyways, it's coming. Who knows about anyone else? I'm always wondering where people get their money because I know. Because I know there's no money in this step and repeat after midnight that's going on the Instagram. The money is coming from elsewhere. So please, I'm always wondering because I know you're wondering about me. We're wondering about each other. So in New York, people have real jobs. They're in tech, I think. They're in the financial district, whatever the fuck that means. They're gambling in the stock market. They're showing up somewhere. At least 10 hours a day, they're workaholics. They're selling malware to software companies. They're advising them. Mind you, their client is never taking their advice, but they get a paycheck and they show up every day. So it's like, okay, it's got to be looking up. She's like, do you want to see my hinge? I'm like, desperately. There's nothing I want more but to know what is the truth. Because I want to get to because I need to get to the bottom of things because I'm disillusioned. So she pulls up her hinge and oh my God, the state of these men, the audacity. I'm always wondering where these men get the audacity, and this is no different. They are plucking the gall from the empty space of where their hairline should start versus where it actually starts receded. They're plucking their audacity out of the balding, receding hairline, out of thin air to act like this on a dating app. They're getting the audacity from their thinning, low testosterone head from the spaces that there should be hair plugs, but they're too cheap or too proud to go to the med spa down the street. No, it's affordable. No, it's okay. Everyone's doing it and you should too. They're getting the audacity from their empty words because they've never been through one thing and they've been breastfed until they could compete in the track and field in junior high. This is where you're getting the bravery to put a picture of you and your beer belly online and slide in with a like of a photo, not even a pickup line. Not even something nice to say. You think I'm going to respond to one sheer double tap of a photo looking like that, sir? No, thank you. While women have to do the most, we have to know our angles. We have to have a skincare regimen. We're in and out of skinny jeans, in and out of block heel stilettos and wedges. For what? For an extreme widow's peak? A little one's fine. That's genetic. Okay? This is severely receding. Put a hat on. Have some respect for yourself. But we have to do the most. You expect us to just settle for the bare min. I don't think so. We're giving. We have great things to say about the prompts. We're witty, we're fun, we're flirty, and we're fresh. And you're dry as a bone. You're dry as the raisinette that nobody wants in the movie theater. And these are my options. This is what we have to, this is what we, not me, thank God, but the straight women have to deal with in the dating scene. You know, it's like I used to have a lot of hope. I did genuinely on the inside. I know. Can you believe it? It's long gone. I used to be able to tell my girlfriends, my single girlfriends with confidence, it's meant to happen for you. Don't worry. There's good ones out there. I've completely changed my mind. I've taken back all my statements. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm afraid to say I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if you want it to. Yeah. So it's like now women are understanding their worth. And it's better to be single than settle for one of these mama's boys, breastfed until 12, thinning hair looking asses. It's better to be alone or be a lesbian. I'm lucky enough to be attracted to women So it's like, I know not everybody, but I really think the future of our society, heterosexuality, is for the boomers. And they kind of ruined it for us. I'm not going to lie. It worked back then when they were deep, deep, deep into the patriarchy. Who knows if they were happy? What do I have in common with a man? What do we have a shared experience? No, you're still lying to yourself about the trials and tribulations of life because you've never had to go through anything. We don't have the same perspective on things. What are we going to talk about? The game? I'd rather scoop my eyes out with a spoon than pretend I like sports, which I did for a long time. We don't have to do that, girlies. We should no, because they want to do that with their boyfriends, yes, because they're all gay. Because if you're not the ones if you're not the ones with the dad bod and proudly showing off your hairline, you're the ones with an 18-pack, leg up on the bench in swim trunks. Who is this for? As I'm looking at this picture, I know a gay man is staring back at me. This isn't for me. No. No, that's not what women are into. Because it looks like you're spending every waking second in the gym, which leaves you no time for me. OCD is significantly misunderstood. It's not what you usually see portrayed on TV or movies. Instead, it's a severe and very common condition. It's more than the episode of Girls where Hannah is digging Q-tips into her ears. Ugh, that scene was terrifying. And it's more than closing the door X amount of times or compulsively cleaning the house. OCD involves unwanted thoughts, images, and urges that often diminish people's quality of life, along with physical or even mental behaviors people do to try and get rid of stress and anxiety. Because of misconceptions, OCD can go undetected for years. OCD, when misdiagnosed or left untreated, can become debilitating, so getting effective treatment is so important. In comes NOCD. NOCD provides virtual therapy that can help you take your life back from OCD. Every NOCD therapist is a highly trained OCD specialist, so they deeply understand how OCD can affect you. NOCD therapists receive in-depth specialized training in exposure and response prevention, ERP therapy, the gold standard for OCD. NOCD also accepts many major insurance plans and provides always-on support between sessions. To learn more about starting OCD therapy with NOCD, go to nocd.com and schedule a free 15-minute call with their team. And it looks like you are trying to attract people like yourself, other gay men. Which makes sense. This would make more sense because you have similar interests, because you both like men, because you're both manly. That actually seems more normal than trying to pretend like a woman. It's like, it's just not happening. Everybody's gay. I think it could be the future. So I got a little peep into the dating world, and you know that I love that. And it's grim, and I feel bad, and I don't know what we're gonna do. But these men, they have to shape up. That's the only thing that's gonna save us. Okay, now we're really gonna get into it. Again, you're not gonna like it because this is the truth. This is my truth, mind you, and I change my mind every 5 seconds. So whatever I do and say, I will not be held accountable for. This is how I'm feeling right now. Things might change literally in the middle of this. But nonetheless, here we go. Sabrina Carpenter and her new album. I don't know. Just hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. First of all, you know how I feel about the Rat Man. effectively gaslit. She put the Rat Man on the map, and they're not even together anymore because nobody likes the Rat Man. Because nobody bought it in the first place, and we do not need to be convinced to like the man that is beneath us. Anyways. And her new album. Okay, yes, there's a lot of catchy songs. I know I'm going to lose a lot of you guys, but I'm begging you to hang on just for one more second. Yes, there's a lot of bops. It's very catchy. There's some bangers. And I will go out on a limb and say not original. Not original, and it's not even because I'm an Olivia Rodrigo apologist enthusiast. She can do no wrong. Yes, she took some beats from Paramore and Taylor Swift. She was young then. That was on her producer. Okay, and she's since apologized. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Sabrina Carpenter okay, so Olivia Rodrigo is taking from her genre, emo songwriting. Okay, understood. Sabrina Carpenter is really taking from everything. Her bed chem and good graces. Sampled from 90s R&B. You guys know I love the 90s and I love R&B beat for beat. Like, don't take from R&B. That's not your thing, girl. No, because let R&B artists have their thing. You're pop. Okay? So pick a lane and don't make it like it's yours. There's a song that sounds just like Casey Musgraves, and then there's one that sounds just like Coffee from Chapel Roan. Okay, so you're not original. To me, and it's like, yes, she's hot as fuck. She has her look down pat, which I feel like is a part. It is a part of it, and it's like you want people to attach to your look so they can easily identify you, so you have a character, you have a persona for people to love. Okay, you got that. Good job. Nice work. But she wants it all. She wants everybody else's music. She wants the look. She wants to put the Rat Man on the scene. No, thank you. And she wants to queer bait. Okay, what's queer baiting? Who knows? Who gives a fuck? She has a line that's like, the Lord forgot my gay awakening, but she's making out with Jenna Ortega in a music video. Make it make sense. She's all in the PR. She wants the PR to put her on the map, Barry Keegan. She wants the queer bait. She wants to dip into the queer baiting pond, Jenna Ortega admitting you're not gay. Which, like, by the way, if you're going to fake it, you might as well fake it. We would love to have you. I will say she nailed it with making out with the alien. That I can do. That I can get behind some sci-fi extraterrestrial freaky shit. Let's stick to that. Let's be weird. We don't need to do the most on the other thing. Okay, and then that's just the surface level, and then I will get even deeper. I feel like her POV is like singing, talking down to women. You're going to make a whole album about Shawn Mendes? Who the fuck is Shawn Mendes? Okay, yeah, we know, but do we actually know? He had a couple pop songs like 5-6 years ago. What is he, a Disney star? I could not tell you what his face looks like. I just know he's a hot white man who works out at the WeHo, at the Equinox in WeHo, which means he's gay. So you're going to dedicate a whole album to a man who is literally not worth fighting for. No, because he's hanging out at the Equinox with his other gay boyfriends. And you have a new boyfriend, Barry Keegan. Why aren't we singing about him if you love him so much? If you love the Rat Man so much? Why aren't we singing about Ratatouille? Ha ha wee wee. We're having rat sex every night and wine and cheese. What about that? No, but then you have to kind of talk down on the woman, on Camila Cabello. Come on, let's leave her alone. She's already going through a hard time. That's punching down. and an improv 101, which I went to 3 classes before I had to quit via email due to extreme embarrassment and shame. You cannot convince me that anyone was having fun in that class. No, I can't have chemistry with the old white man next to me with a mohawk and a matching basketball set. No, we're not going to kiki. No, we're not vibing. And nobody's having a good time. I have to go for self-preservation. But you learn that you do not punch down. You only punch up. I am punching up right now, but I'm letting you know once the endorsements come from a communist country and I'm getting paid $100,000 a week, there will be signs and I won't be able to talk about this anymore. So count your days. It's a joke. Come on, I'd never leave you guys high and dry, please. Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Anyways, it's like, why are you worried about his current girlfriend tasting you? Like it's bad for her. Like, bitch, she's not thinking about you, actually. She's thinking about her severe split ends from all the bleach and her current boyfriend. Plus, shouldn't you be making his life hell? Why are you trying to make her life hell? We're on the same team. Which is like Olivia Rodrigo is always singing from the POV. It's like, ugh, I'm so jealous of all the exes. I could never hold a candle to them. She's so pretty. I was always so afraid you were going to like her more. It's like Sabrina is just not giving girls girl. To me, nobody said it. Nobody will agree with me. And you know what? That's okay. This is my opinion. It's not a crime to have an opinion. I think there's still time for her to turn it around. I think she has major sex appeal. I saw a clip of her on Chicken Shop and I was like, damn, she really got in there. She had a good line. Something about her being eaten for dinner. I was like, okay, let's lean into this. More originality. Like, we can do better than singing down on other girls. And you know, why not? Since we're on the subject, Chapel Roan, we're hitting them all. Because people are like, Olivia Rodrigo is the underdog. I don't know how you can be an underdog with like 40 million followers, but I do feel it. It's like because she's not taking the bait of the PR stunt. Yeah, I pick and choose when to stand behind PR stunts. Taylor Swift, PR genius. It's like we have to pick one and stick with it. Sabrina Carpenter, doing too much. Obviously, Taylor Swift can do no wrong, except what she was doing at the US Open. But it's like, this is our girl. She's cringe as fuck. She never said she wasn't. Also, what was she wearing at the VMAs? I'm sorry. It doesn't matter because it's so her. Okay, Chapel Roan. Okay. I'm one of those that's like, I was early and I wasn't even as early as some people, I will admit. But I watched it happen. I was like, how do more people not know about her when her album came out? I remember her album release was at the Cubbyhole in New York, a lesbian bar. Can you imagine? And then we saw her at the Wiltern in October last year, just by herself. She was incredible. She's back tucking into the splits and fully singing into a microphone, not lip syncing. Because she breaks her voice to let you know that she's got some fucking pipes. And she's been working hard at this. She's flip-flopping around the stage and singing. And seriously serenading. She is incredible, not Nepo. She's not the Midwest princess for nothing. Came from nothing. Singing on the streets, finally got her big break. Original HOTTOGO. You ever heard anything like that? I don't know. I don't think so. She has the same producer as Olivia Rodrigo. Okay. And her freaking out on the paparazzi, which it's like, I mean, I get it. I get it. I kind of, at first, I was like, oh my God. But then I'm like, no, no, bitch, pop off. Be crazy. Stand your ground. You're not meat. You're not an animal. You're not cattle. No, you let them know that they're fucking with the wrong girl. And I just love how honest she is, because she's like, whatever, you know, there was like an interview of her at the VMAs, and it was like, how is it being famous? And she's like, you just don't have time for anything. So you're going from this to this to this. I'm like, oh my God, that in itself sounds exhausting. It looks incredible, but you're being worked to the bone. Yeah, she canceled a concert for like bad scheduling. Duh, she's a pop star. She's a diva. She's going to do stuff like this. Is it going to affect our fanhood? No. No, because she can get away because she's a true artist. I love her. And she can do no wrong, obviously. And her, like, well, like, because it's like, I know the thing, she got mad about taking pictures and stuff in public, but I think she was like really stalked, like how fast she rose to fame and how much people are clinging on to her. Like, that would be a scary, like, she does need Secret Service, actually. But it's like her fame happened overnight. I don't know. I don't know if she can afford it. I heard security is really expensive, but I hope she gets some. Okay, so, you know, we can end with my lady of the night, my queen of the week. It was like, it came to me. Then I probably got too high off a spliffy, and then I forgot. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm just not going to have one this week. And then it came back to me. You always need to give it a second. And then here it is, Mary Todd Lincoln. She's incredible. She's cunt. This is Abe Lincoln's wife, as written by Cole Escola in the play Oh Mary. We saw my first Broadway play in New York. This was also a highlight, unrelated to Fashion Week. Everybody was like, this play is amazing. A play like this only comes around every 5 to 10 years. Robbie is like friends with him, got us in. It was incredible. I don't want to give too much away, but he plays Mary Todd Lincoln, deranged, alcoholic, kooky, crazy, endearing as fuck. It is honestly genius. I fell in love with her. Also, just like a POV from Abe Lincoln's wife being like so batshit is a hilarious concept in itself. Because also, who is thinking about women back then? I'm like, what if they did have personalities? We just think of them as like side characters. They're not really thinking. There's air in their head because all the men are going to war because we're loading up our shotguns. But it's like, I bet the women did have personalities, but did they have the confidence and the space to really let them shine? Mary Todd did. Mary Todd is iconic. She's fun and she's flirty. She's crazy. And she just has a way with words, and she knows how to get what she wants. She's what I strive to be, unapologetically herself. I don't want to give too much away, so I can't really get into the nitty gritty. It's like, if you guys are in New York, you have to see it. I don't know if there's a way, maybe it's like, can you stream something like that? I don't know. I'm sure they'll make like a movie out of it. It's incredible. I was going to say something. Oh, and I feel like, yeah, this was my first play. I saw a play in the West End. It was like a musical. I forget what it was called. It was really good. But this was like just like actually laugh out loud funny, which is like, I don't know if that happens in theater all the time. I feel like, yeah, it is like a well-preserved art, and there's emotion, and like performing live like that is like definitely a talent and an art in a space of its own. But I feel like Cole Escola can really, like, he like closed the gap from old theater to like young new audiences. It was like speaking to me. It was just so fun. He had like little isms and like young lingo. I was like breaking the fourth wall, but also like Mary Todd Lincoln. It's like, bitch, if she did come out and was like, hyper, hell yeah, fucking right, I'm like, oh my God, that's my girl. But he was like breaking the fourth wall in the best ways. Like, it is literally incredible. She is my queen of the week, just completely deranged and so desperate, but we love her. Obviously, she's tortured. So, you guys. So, I think that's pretty much it for me. Thank you so much for coming back time and time again, listening to these baseless, unhinged rants. There's nothing more that I love. And we'll see you next time on Long Winded.